All right, guys, it's KO Lifetime Views. We're out here in Samana, Dominican Republic. Beautiful place, guys. You have to check out this place. It's so fantastic. You know, so many people were telling us not to travel, not to come here because, you know, apparently people were dying or whatever. But all the hearsay, you know, we didn't want to have fear to come into our play and then stop us from doing what we wanted to do, guys. Because when fear sets in, you just can't live the life you want to live. You know, you can't have fear in your life. So we ended up coming here to Dominican Republic. Super beautiful, guys. I really encourage you guys to travel, not only here but anywhere. There's lots of mosquitoes out here, so if you see me slap myself, you know, no big deal. But what I want to talk about today is how things and transitions in your life, especially with expectations, can really put you at a negative, depressed state. For example, you know, you could have people that are in the Olympics where they're in the Olympics for, you know, they're working super hard for like 4 years to go to the Olympics. They go to the Olympics, they crush it, they get their gold medals, and then they come back to reality and it's like, now what? You know, they train so hard for all this stuff and then they get smacked with like a depression because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to come back to reality. You know, for me, it was, I didn't know, like after school, I went to school, had all my friends around me, and then as soon as school was over, I was thrown into reality, man. I had jobs I didn't like. I had these expectations of what after school would look like, you know, and it just wasn't adding up, you know. You have to pay for all this stuff, especially in America. It's like super difficult, personal opinion, to get ahead, find the opportunities that you're looking for, and really just make a way. And you know, it didn't fit with my expectations of what I thought it was, and I went into an even deeper depression, guys. And that's kind of my experience of, you know, going from a drastic change. And it can just be only for that. It could be a drastic change of, you know, looking really good and then gaining all this weight, and then you go into depression. It could be having a great job and then maybe getting fired and you're not knowing where you're going, and then that could put you in a direction or a spiral into depression. It's like, no one really talks about these drastic changes or drastic impacts in our life or drastic transitions from one point to another that really influence us and put us into a state of possibly depression, guys. And you know, the first step is really, if you're in this position, having awareness to realize, hey, okay, I am feeling the way I am because of this spot of where I was at and where I'm at now, and I'm not going to stay here. You know, and I talk about a lot of this, and I'm gonna like kind of recap on some other stuff I've had in the videos, but it's kind of all fundamental into happiness and getting out of depression. And it's really having that core values and beliefs, and you know, finding what you love to do. You know, so many of us look for outside experiences, outside influences to make us happy, and that's you know, we shouldn't do that, because then we're not allowing ourselves to have that inner peace, that inner calm, that inner core values that are gonna make us happy, guys. And that's what it is, you know. If we aren't doing things that make us happy and filling ourselves and finding out who we are, then we're gonna go in that depressed state. So if we can ultimately, you know, have that awareness of, hey, you know, this transition has led me here. Okay, so to get out of this, I need to transition back into a happier state. So that's for me, you know, for me that was like working out, making me feel good, eating healthy foods, because that works with our chemistry in our brains to make us more happy. You know, we are what we eat. So if we're eating shitty food, then what that's going to do is not allow us to be our full 100% potential happy selves, because it's messing with our hormones in our body. So that was a massive one. Working on what you eat, you know, working on your health, because that is going to boost testosterone. That's going to boost serotonin levels in your brain, dopamine levels, to put you in a higher, happier state, guys. And that's where I want you to be. I don't want you to be in this depressed state, because I have been there, man. I've been through the rough and the lows, like I've expressed in other videos, and it's just not a good place to be, guys. So that's why, you know, I really want to I hope that this helps somebody get out of depression. You know, understand that it was the drastic change and the drastic transition that puts you where you're at, and that it's always temporary, man. Everything in life is temporary. Fears are temporary. You know, if you are overweight, that can be temporary. If you're sad and depressed, that's all temporary, guys, but it's a mindset, and you have to realize that. You have to open up your mind to the possibilities of, hey, this is not forever, and it can always get better, guys. You know, I would have never thought that I would be on a beach in Dominican Republic. I would have never thought that I found the love of my life that loves to travel and influence me to be here, to live the best life But honestly, I would have never found her if I wasn't happy. You know, when we're in a depressed state, it's so hard because we're allowing ourselves to sit and sulk. And nobody wants to hear it. No one wants to be around negative energy, guys. So I want to help you build you up so you can have those wonderful relationships, that you can have those wonderful friendships, that you can go to the places you want to go because you have courage, because you enjoy traveling, because you enjoy getting out. You know, this is a beautiful beach right here. This is a beautiful sunset. Unfortunately, it's not as beautiful as I like because of the clouds, but you know, you have to enjoy the little things. That's what it's all about. You have to be able to be in the moment and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the littlest of things, guys. You know, enjoy sitting with yourself. If you enjoy sitting with yourself, how can you ever be depressed? Because you love yourself. You have that deep down knowing and worth of self. That self-worth, that self-love. And when you have that, guys, it'll just radiate out from out within you. And what that's gonna do is you're gonna have so much amazing energy around you, guys, because right now, if you're in a depressed state, I know how overwhelming that negative energy is, and it's just not a good feeling, guys. So be prepared. You know, don't have expectations in your life that when things are going to change, when you're going to have a shift in your life, you know, don't have expectations, because when you have expectations and you get let down, that's when the depression is really going to hit you, because you're not allowing things to unfold how they are supposed to be. You're getting upset because they're not working out the way they are. Let me tell you, man, life doesn't work out the way you want it to. It doesn't. You know, you could want to do, for example, you know, my weight loss journey is definitely not worked out the way I wanted to. I thought it was going to all happen real quick, and it wasn't. It was a journey and a process, you know, to figure it all out. You mess up, you fail, but that is how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you get to the next step. That is how you progress and become happier, because from your failures and mistakes, you learn how to cope. You learn how to avoid making the mistakes again, and you grow into a bigger person, and you just keep compounding and expanding, guys. And then you're gonna be living your best full life. Anything that you can envision that you want to be, you can be that. All you have to do is take the steps to go from a more depressed state to finding yourself, loving yourself, having that self-worth, self-love that we talked about, the core confidence, and really just pushing yourself every day a little bit further in the steps in the right direction, and you're gonna come into your whole entirety. You know, your entire self that you want and envision. And guys, if you're not envisioning who you want to become, if you're not envisioning the life that you could possibly have, then you're holding yourself back. You're not dreaming, you know? Where's your imagination? Imagine where you could be. Imagine who you could become, you know? Imagine what that person is going to look like, you know? Imagine your future self and how they're going to carry themselves. Do you walk with a slump? Or are you confident when you walk? Are you confident when you talk, you know? Do you feel like people don't like you? Is it because you're coming off with a negative energy and you're just not smiling? Do you know the fact that you can just smile is gonna brighten up someone else's day and gonna make them feel more welcome to come talk to you? You know, when I was depressed and I was like sitting in stairwells and stuff by myself, I was putting off a vibe that wasn't accepting. I wasn't accepting anybody in my life. I wouldn't be accepting to my girlfriend that I have now. I would have never let her in my life. I would have pushed her away. It's just being accepting to what life is giving you, accepting to who you want to become, accepting to the relationships, accepting to life, man. Don't say no, say yes. Become a yes person. And I promise you, your life is going to unfold, you're going to grow, and life is going to be looking good, man. You're going to be on a beach in the Dominican Republic if you want to. Guys, it is absolutely gorgeous. These are some of the most crystal clear waters I've been in my entire life. It is so crystal clear out here. You can see your feet when you're walking in like 6 feet of water. You know, the palm trees are absolutely gorgeous. This beach is phenomenal. The people here in Dominican Republic are the most nicest people that treat you so up over the top, man. They're so friendly, they're so welcoming, they're so, you know, hospitable. They have such a high hospitality. And it's phenomenal, man. I can't imagine being anywhere else right now. I'm so glad I ended up taking this vacation, guys. And you know, I don't make any more money than anybody else. You know, I'm not out here bragging on vacation. I'm just saying you can be here if you want to be here, guys. But when you're in a depression, you don't feel like even leaving the house. You don't even feel like going to talking to anybody. You feel like you're in a shell and you just keep closing the box. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you to express and to have the world as your home, not your bedroom as your home and your life. You know, go out and experience new things. It's those little things in life that are going to push you in the right direction and is going to make your life so worth living. You know, do you want to tell your kids about all the stories you have? Or, you know, not have any stories to tell your kids? It's all up to you guys. This is your life. This is what you want to do. That's the beauty. You get to create the life that you want to live, man. It's all up to you. But if you're depressed, you don't feel like you have an opportunity to change. You don't feel like you have a direction, you know? And that's another reason why you get into depression, because you feel like you don't have your direction. And when you're in school and everything, you have a direction, and then you get thrown in the world, and then it's a massive changing point, and then you lose direction, because every time you go for a transition in your life, you have lost direction if it's not a positive transition. And that is why people get depressed. So if you can lighten the transition, or realize, or not make that transition such a big aspect of your life, and say, hey, you know, I'm just going to go with the flow of things. I'm not going to get emotionally attached to what's going on around me, because I know deep down within in my core, I am sound. You know, I'm confident, I'm strong, I'm solid in my roots. I've grown my foundation strong enough that I'm not gonna let anything, you know, disrupt me. You know, and it's just fantastic, guys. I encourage you guys to travel. I encourage you guys to come out here and really enjoy the beach, enjoy Dominican Republic. If you haven't been out here, definitely come out. I'm gonna end out the video with that. But you know, guys, it's Kale from Lifetime Views. I hope you guys really expand and step outside of you guys' comfort zone and have a wonderful life that you guys deserve. But with that, I'm going to show you around a little bit real quick, show you what I'm looking at, get you inspired. Really encourage you guys to get out here and travel, you know, just give you guys a little inspiration, man. Life is worth living if you take the opportunity to go out there and make it what you want. Make it what you need, guys. It's so beautiful out here. And it's right at the end of your fingertips. And like I was saying before, man, I don't make any more money than anybody else. You know, I probably make less money than most of my friends, but what I do is what I enjoy. And I just learn how to budget. And I make a decision to just travel. I make a decision to change my life in the littlest ways that doesn't require a lot of money, man. So many people have money and they just, you know, aren't happy. But with that, man, I hope I inspired you guys a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying life. I hope you guys are, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone. But with that, I'll catch you at the next video. Probably be in the same area, just a little different location. But with that, peace.